We live in an age of political corruption and financial deception. From the highest levels of government to the inner workings of Wall Street, a select few are using their influence and power for personal gain, while the rest of us bear witness to it all with growing anger and frustration. This raises the question, who really controls our world? Who are the puppet masters pulling the strings from behind the scenes? The answer may shock you. Welcome back, everyone. Today we're diving into a world of hidden power, secret societies, and the elusive figures who are often referred to as the real rulers of our world. But who exactly are they? And how do they wield their influence? It's time to expose the truth. Meet the shadowy cabal that has been dubbed the mob machine. This covert network of individuals is believed to be responsible for controlling three of the most potent forces in society: money, politics, and power. But how do they accomplish such a feat? By understanding the inner workings of this enigmatic organization, we can begin to grasp the extent of its influence. At the heart of the mob machine is a small group of extremely wealthy and powerful individuals known as the elites. These individuals possess vast fortunes that dwarf the wealth of the average citizen. Through their wealth, they have gained substantial control over financial institutions, corporations, and governments, allowing them to manipulate markets, influence policies, and shape economies to their advantage. Their financial prowess enables them to amass even more wealth, perpetuating a cycle of affluence that only serves to widen the gap between themselves and the general population. But the mob machine doesn't just control money, it also exerts significant influence over politics. The elites use their vast fortunes to fund political campaigns, influence elections, and shape public policy. They donate generously to favored candidates, often choosing those who align with their interests and values. By controlling the political landscape, the mob machine ensures that favorable laws and regulations are put in place, protecting their wealth and granting them even more power. They also have the ability to sway public opinion through lobbying and campaign contributions, effectively shaping the very foundation of our political system. However, the mob machine's influence doesn't end at the realm of politics. It extends far beyond that, encompassing every facet of our lives. The elites use their control over money and politics to exert power in every aspect of society. They own and operate major corporations, media outlets, and even banks, giving them unprecedented control over the flow of information and resources. Through this control, they shape public perception, influence economic trends, and maintain their dominance in every sector they choose to operate in. Now, let's take a closer look at the key players in this intricate game of power. Meet the shadow government, a clandestine group of individuals who operate behind the scenes to control the levers of power. While not officially elected or appointed, their influence over government officials is undeniable. Through backroom deals, insider information, and subtle manipulations, the shadow government dictates policies, undermines rivals, and ensures that their interests are protected at all costs. These individuals often come from wealthy, influential families who have cultivated connections and wielded power for generations. They move effortlessly between political parties and across borders, making them a truly formidable force. Next, we have the Committee of 300. This secretive organization comprises some of the wealthiest and most powerful families in the world. With roots dating back to the 17th century, the committee has remained shrouded in mystery, with its members conducting their activities with utmost secrecy. Allegedly, these families control key aspects of global finance, politics, and media, allowing them to shape international events to their advantage. Despite their best efforts to keep their operations hidden, rumors and leaked documents suggest that the Committee of 300 holds extraordinary sway over global affairs. 8. The Trilateral Commission is another powerful entity that plays a significant role in the grand scheme of things. Established in 1978 by David Rockefeller, this organization comprises influential individuals from North America, Europe, and Asia. Through trilateral cooperation, its members aim to manage global issues such as economics, security, and diplomacy, often taking actions that serve their own interests, rather than those of the general public. The Trilateral Commission operates with a high degree of secrecy, making it difficult to ascertain the full extent of its influence. However, leaked documents and whistleblower testimonies have shed light on its activities, revealing a network of powerful individuals working tirelessly to shape global events. Let's not forget the Council on Foreign Relations, an elite think tank with close ties to the Trilateral Commission. Founded in 1921, its members include prominent figures from various fields, including politics, business, and academia. The Council is known for its involvement in shaping foreign policy, particularly regarding war and peace initiatives. However, it's important to note that its members' private agendas may not always align with the best interests of the broader public. These groups operate with a level of secrecy and power that can be both fascinating and unsettling. Each one contributes to the intricate web of control that the elites have woven throughout society. But what are the implications of such control? How does it affect our everyday lives and the world at large? One of the most significant impacts of the mob machine's control is the growing wealth disparity. As the elites continue to amass unimaginable fortunes, the gap between the rich and the poor continues to widen. While they enjoy extravagant lifestyles and unparalleled access to resources, the majority of the population struggles to make ends meet, facing issues like poverty, hunger, and inadequate health care. The mob machine perpetuates this cycle by influencing policies that favor the wealthy and powerful, ensuring that the resources and opportunities are concentrated in the hands of a select few. Moreover, the mob machine's control extends to the manipulation of economic systems for personal gain. Through their influence over financial institutions and markets, the elites can manipulate currencies, control interest rates, and influence investment trends. This manipulation allows them to benefit from market volatility, often at the expense of ordinary investors and taxpayers. They can bail out failing businesses, reap massive rewards from government contracts, and profit from wars and conflicts without bearing the brunt of the consequences. Furthermore, the mob machine's influence seeps into every aspect of our lives, shaping the very fabric of our society. They control the media, which allows them to shape public opinion, suppress unfavorable information, and promote their own agendas. Through propaganda, misinformation, and the silencing of dissenting voices, they maintain a grip on the narrative, ensuring that their actions are justified and their power is legitimized. Moreover, they manipulate educational systems, often promoting ideologies that serve their interests and discouraging critical thinking. By controlling the minds of future generations, they can perpetuate their own power and ensure the continuation of their dominance. As we delve deeper into the machinations of the mob machine, it's crucial to consider the potential dangers of such control. The elite's pursuit of wealth and power knows no bounds, leading them to engage in unethical, immoral, and sometimes illegal activities. They exploit natural resources, pollute the environment, and violate human rights with little regard for the consequences. The mob machine operates with impunity, using its vast resources to evade accountability and evade justice. The implications of such control are far-reaching. The elite's insatiable greed and lust for power threaten to destabilize economies, undermine political systems, and destroy the very foundations of society. Their actions often come at the expense of the majority, leaving ordinary citizens marginalized, disempowered, and struggling to survive. It's essential to recognize the urgency of addressing the issues raised by the mob machine's control. If left unchecked, the concentration of wealth and power in the hands of a few will lead to further inequality, instability, and exploitation. We must demand greater transparency, accountability, and ethical conduct from those who wield power. But where does this leave us, the ordinary citizens caught in the web of the mob machine? What can we do to break free from its clutches and reclaim control over our lives and our future? The task ahead is daunting, but not impossible. It requires a collective effort, a united front that can challenge the status quo and bring about meaningful change. First and foremost, we must educate ourselves, become aware of the mechanisms of power and the tactics employed by the elites. Knowledge is the first step towards empowerment. We need to understand how the mob machine operates, who the key players are, and how they influence our lives. Once we have that knowledge, we can begin to hold them accountable. It's equally important to support independent media outlets that expose the truth and hold the powerful to account. These sources of information are vital in uncovering the schemes and manipulations of the mob machine and provide with the insights we need to make informed decisions. By supporting them, we ensure that the flow of information remains free and accurate. Furthermore, we must foster a spirit of unity and solidarity among the people. Only by coming together, by building bridges of understanding and cooperation, can we hope to challenge the divisive tactics employed by the mob machine. When people unite, it becomes challenging for any elite group to maintain its hold on power. Finally, we must embrace nonviolent resistance, a powerful tool that has brought about significant change throughout history. Through peaceful protests, civil disobedience, and acts of defiance, we can send a clear message that we will not tolerate the abuses of power and the perpetuation of inequality. Nonviolent resistance is not merely a means of expressing dissent, it's a catalyst for positive change. In conclusion, the mob machine's control over money, politics, and power poses a significant threat to our world. Its impact on wealth disparity, economic manipulation, and societal control is deeply concerning. However, by educating ourselves, supporting independent media, fostering unity, and embracing nonviolent resistance, we can challenge the status quo and work towards a more equitable and just world for all. Remember, knowledge is power. Stay informed, stay engaged, and be the catalyst for change in our world. Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery and enlightenment. Together, we can make a difference. Till next time, stay curious, stay critical, and stay hopeful. The power to change the world lies within us all.